is your American dream?
My American dream is that everyone's human rights are upheld and respected and that no family is ever separated.
My American dream is an America where everyone is treated with dignity and can reach their fullest potential and feel safe and loved.
So that we can all live in dignity together in the same dream of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King and Mahatma Gandhi, where we want to build a beloved community. We are not judged by the color of our skin, but by the intent of our character.
Everyone has a right to the American dream. It's December 5th, and I am here with Yonathan, Yo-Yo Elias. Yonathan, how are you? Welcome.
I am great.
Welcome,
hey.
Everyone. I'm sorry I interrupted you. Go ahead.
It's all good.
All good. And happy Thursday to you.
Thank you. Happy Thursday
and,
to you, too.
And Christmas is coming up.
It is. I'm ready.
You're ready.
I am.
You were at the Christmas lighting ceremony last night.
We're not going to talk about that.
We won't talk about it.
No.
We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? And yeah. And to everybody out there, happy Thursday as well. I'm going to get ready for some schmoozing. There has been lots of news, I think, today.
Yeah.
I'll find out in a minute when I schmooze. But in the meantime, let's say hello to... Who's watching today, you think?
It's a lot of people.
You think a lot of people watching? Jessica Leamy, squad up. Deion Watson, squad up. Ninny, God Pickney, how are you? Marjorie Thompson. Marge Higgs, squad up. Donna Bless is watching. Christy Consali. Have we seen Christy this week?
Yeah.
She's been here. I haven't seen her all week. How are you, Christy? And Javel Finnegan, how are you? Squad up. Who else we have here? Gina Hercules is watching. She doesn't like to say anything, but we see you, Gina.
Yeah.
We see
I like
you, Gina.
Javel said Jamaica is in the building. I like that.
I like that. You think other countries are in the building?
I do.
Other areas, other cities?
I do.
I don't know. Let's see. Allie Boo Beecher, what's going on? Melissa Edwards. Jamaica is always representing themselves, right?
Yes.
We don't necessarily have other countries representing. We know they're there, but they don't necessarily come out and say they're there. Right?
Yeah, maybe because the majority they're from Jamaica.
No, I don't know. We'll find out. Cordella Douglas, squad up. Uncle Brad, Yo-Yo, family, one and all heart. You only listening tomorrow will be my birthday. Well, we're not going to be here tomorrow.
Because we're going to be celebrating your birthday.
We're going to be celebrating Cordella's birthday, right?
Yes. So we took the day off.
Everyone has said it's a national holiday here at Bradshaw Live. They found out Cordella's birthday, and it started actually with Jenny from the Cubicle said to me. She goes, I was looking on Facebook whose birthdays are coming up. It's Cordella's.
We knew about it before she even told us.
Can we all take off and go knock on her door with balloons, and we just won't do a show? You know whose also birthday is tomorrow?
Whose?
Jilly Beans.
What?
It is. Cordella and Jilly Beans share.
I didn't know that.
I didn't even know it was Jilly Beans' birthday.
Just talking to her.
I was just talking to her too about everybody's birthday but mine. And hers.
Right.
I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
Yeah.
Little Caesar doesn't tell me this. Pizza, nobody. Sankey White, how are you? Donna Bless says, squad up. Uncle Brad, Melissa Edwards, Kennedy Roy saying hello, Lisa. Lady Gaza TK is watching. Sandra Salinas skipping me. It's cool.
Ooh.
I ain't skipping you, Sandra. We ain't done yet.
Trust me, he would not skip you. You're one of his
faves. We ain't done yet. Marcia McCalla. Yeah, a lot of people from Jamaica representing with the Jamaican flag.
Yeah.
In the
Who else is representing?
I don't know.
Who else is representing out there?
Jua Noel. Squad up. Annie Palmer. Squad up. Karen Rowe says, Heller.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
That's that.
Was
Medea.
Oh, is that?
Hello.
Is that what it is? Okay. Karen Rowe and Kennedy Roy. Let's see who's on YouTube. Sexy Shan Myers.
Yeah.
Saying hello to everybody. Back it up, Ricky. Max Santos saying hello. Asila Yemi. Yemi. How would you pronounce that?
Let's see.
Ernie. Squat up. TKO Po saying hello. Ja Love. Ren Stu. Kahi. Just giving us a hi there.
A hi.
Ufrida Felix. Question mark. If you have a question, you have to put the words before. You have to put the words before the question mark so I can ask it.
What you need, Ufrida?
That's right. Fiano Campbell saying squat up, Uncle Brad. DJ Killer Buzz is in the house.
Yeah.
He says not squat up once, not squat up twice, but squat up three times. Funny kid video. What's going on? Discover Rotan Island says Honduras is in the house.
Honduras.
So we have Honduras in the house. We got Jamaica in the house. And anybody else in Brad's squad house? No. That's about it.
But Don Harriet feels like you always forget her name.
What do you mean I always forget her name? Maybe I passed over her by mistake.
I just had to say it.
But I would never pass over her on purpose.
Okay. So just say her name.
So Dawn Harriet, squad up Dawn Harriet as well. And Joni Duck.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Love Payne. Do you see Love Payne? She put her flag. What flag is that, Love Payne?
I don't know.
Do you see it on Facebook?
On Facebook? Love Payne? That's Jamaican. What are you talking about?
No. What before that, right on top of where Don Harriet said.
That's a different one. That could be Cuba or Costa Rica, maybe. What do you think?
It's not Cuba.
It's not Cuba. What about Costa Rica?
Maybe Costa Rica.
You know, I don't know. If I had to guess Cuba or Costa Rica, I have no idea. I am not good with flags.
I'm not either.
All right, but I will say, Joni Duck, who I don't want to say is related to Ira Lama, but very well may be, says she needs our help.
Okay.
Joni Duck and Ira Lama. I don't know why I feel they may be related.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Why don't you tell everybody to share and do their thing while I get ready for some schmoozing, Gilbert?
Absolutely. All right.
Maestro. There we go.
All right, first things first, everybody on Facebook and on YouTube, I need you guys to join the Facebook fan page, the Brad Show Live Facebook fan page. That is a very intimate page and a group because you guys get
Public service announcement.
How are we doing after my sentence?
I'm sorry. when it hits my head, I gotta say it. It was Trinidad.
It was Trinidad. Gotcha.
My apologies to Trinidad.
All right.
I should have known that flag.
Yeah, you should have.
I should have known that one, so my apologies.
See, I haven't been. I'm trying to go for Carnival, though. All right. Ooh, California in the house. All right, so yeah, you guys, make sure you guys join the Facebook fan page because you guys get different videos that we won't put on other platforms, and you also get the incentive of the first 5 questions that we ask for social media check-in. You guys get that, all right? Nobody else does. You guys get a guaranteed first 5 questions of the day. All right, now on Facebook, we need you guys all to share. Now, I don't want to go in one ear and out the other. I need you guys to listen. Y'all talking about y'all like the color of my shirt? Thank you so much. Now, I want to know if you guys have shared. So I know that you guys are listening to me. You guys see the words moving from my mouth, all right? So I need you guys to share. All you have to do is click that share button, share it to anybody's page. You can share it in groups. You can share it in an inbox, all right? Now, also, we want you guys to like, love, smiley face, sad face, wow face, mad face, anything that you're feeling, any emotion. Like how Brad was just laughing.
Jessica Levy's making me laugh.
See?
Jessica Levy's
I want you to
making
press the laughing emoji.
Yes,
Keep
Jessica
on pressing
Levy. Wait, I can only do a heart emoji.
You can only do a heart.
I don't. Oh, there's my laugh heart. Oh yeah, there we go.
There you go.
There
so
we go.
Do like Brad did. If something makes you laugh,
Jessica Levy made me laugh.
There you go. All right, so make sure you guys show your emotions there, and also put all your questions in the comment section. We are early into the show, so you can pretty much guarantee that you guys will have your questions answered if you put it in right now. All right, now also on YouTube, you guys, just like you saw that graphic, subscribe. press that little red rectangular button, and then right next to it, there is a bell that gives you notifications anytime we come on live, all right? Or any video that we post onto our YouTube page, you will get a notification. So it's like one of the best things because it's like, you know, kind of like Christmas. You know what I mean? When you get that little notification that says, ding, right. Bradshaw Live posted something, or Bradshaw Live is live.
But it can be almost any sound you want. You can make your phone any sound you want.
Yeah, it should be more like majestic. Like,
you can even put the Bradshaw Live music on if you want.
I don't know if you could do that.
Yeah, we can upload it somewhere and they can take it. My pleasure.
Oh.
Yes. Little Caesar said you.
There you go.
Yes.
Well, so everybody, you could also share your video on YouTube. So just click share or create the post, put a little description of the video and send it out. Make sure you also put all your questions in the comment section. And last but not least, I want to check how many we have. The thumbs up. We have 21 thumbs up and 1 thumbs down. Who's the hater? Because that thumbs down came before we even started the show. So, ooh, did you see that? Wrist was blinging. So what we want you guys to do is just like that blue thumbs up, make sure you guys click that on to the YouTube video. We have 78 people watching. I need you guys to make, we have 21 thumbs up. Come on, we got to get it up there. Let's double that.
Yo, do you want to just tell people there's no show until we hit 30 thumbs up? They're just going to hear you plead for thumbs?
I mean, we started a little late, but if you want to do that, so thumbs up, guys, or else we're going to be here for a long time. So let's get to at least 30 thumbs up. Everybody that's watching right now on YouTube. If you're not even on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, go to the YouTube video right now and press a thumbs up. Help me out, all right? Because this is my job. So we can't start, and I'm not doing my job if you guys don't get to 30. So right now we're at only 24 thumbs up.
Listen, I don't wanna tell anybody what you earned, but you definitely get a bonus at 30 thumbs up. That's part of your contract, all right? Come on, Yo-Yo needs a bonus.
What y'all need me to do? What do you guys need me to do, please? I need this bonus. This is Christmas time.
Bonus, man.
This is Christmas time, guys. Look, I do a lot for y'all. Do something for me. Get that thumbs up right there. All right, we're at 27.
By the way, that's hashtag fake news. Yo-Yo does not get any bonus at 30 thumbs up.
How you do that right when we get close to 30? See, look at that.
I don't want anyone to think.
Almost. We're almost there. Come on, it's so easy. Just click that little gray thumb and make it blue.
All right, here. All
30.
Right.
There we go. We're there.
1 second.
Oh.
Excuse me. Here, Yo-Yo.
Up.
Yep. Remember, you ever see Trading Places?
Yep.
Okay, here you go.
$1.
Give me that back. He's gonna take it, right? Damn him takes my dollar.
There you go.
Damn him. Well, you know I'm not going there.
You ain't going there. It's nice and warm in here.
All right. Don't worry. Yo-Yo's getting a bonus. More than $1.
Thank you guys.
Worry.
Thank you guys.
All right. So let's do something we like to do called schmoozing, right?
Yes.
Schmoozing with Uncle Brad. There we go. It is a clock that turns into a coffee mug. I wasn't crazy.
We said it was a clock that turns
kept
into
telling me it was just coffee. I'm
no,
like,
it
I can
turns
swear
into,
it's a clock.
It was a clock, then it
All
turns
right.
into a coffee.
Man, I'm thinking I'm going crazy. I'm thinking it's a clock the whole time.
Nah.
It's a coffee mug. So Yo-Yo wanted to get out of here early yesterday to see the Christmas lights go on at Rockefeller Center.
And we did.
Unfortunately, our show ran past 8 o'clock. He missed it. So let me tell you what you missed there, Yo-Yo. Some of NBC's...
is that... So
Yep,
that's why they were calling me John Legend.
Yes. Some of NBC's biggest stars were there at Rockefeller Center for the 87th annual lighting ceremony of the most famous Christmas tree in the world. Gwen Stefani, John Legend, members from Saturday Night Live cast, and legendary rocker John Bon Jovi kicked off the holiday season with the 2-hour live Christmas in Rockefeller Center extravaganza. It was 35 degrees last night, but it did not stop the party. This is what Yo-Yo missed, right? He wanted to get there.
I missed
the
it.
Rock and Roll Hall of Famer John Bon Jovi gave a performance of Unbroken in front of dozens of uniformed service members from all branches of the military. The new song, which is featured in the Netflix documentary To Be of Service, is an anthem for veterans struggling with post-traumatic stress disorder. And we've had a few veterans on our show with post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yep.
And unfortunately, they were not American citizens, and did some stuff when they got back and got themselves deported. But it was a result of post-traumatic stress disorder,
right.
which by the way, I could totally see. You know, like you imagine like you're in combat, right? I mean, your adrenaline's going up, your guns are going off, bombs are going off. You don't know if your life's going to be over at any minute, and then you come back to the quietness of suburbia or a farm or even New York City, wherever you are. It's quiet. There's no war. I could totally see.
Absolutely.
I could totally see.
And on top of that, it's hard for them to even start their life over,
Correct.
like job-wise,
right,
family-wise, and all that stuff.
Because you don't have that adrenaline is not
right.
there anymore.
Yeah.
Now Gwen Stefani jump-started the show singing "You Make It Feel Like Christmas." She was followed by fellow voice coach John Legend. People thought you were John Legend?
So when I got there, it was a crowd of people and like nobody was moving. So there was this huge cement block and some ladies in the back were like, hey, you're tall. Can you just get up on there and see like what's going on? So it's a sea of people. I jump up there and I'm like looking and this one lady screams out, oh my God, it's John Legend! And everybody was screaming like, John Legend! I was like,
why do you look like, you don't even look like John Legend?
No, I don't look like John Legend.
Just because some black guy's on a thing? I mean, you don't even look like the guy at all,
I guess
right?
they're trying to say I look like a celebrity. Maybe that's what it was.
I don't know.
I tried to take it as a compliment, but I was very annoyed at the time.
Right.
So I was like, no, I'm trying to find out how we can get to the other side.
That would be like, you know, me jumping up and they're like, oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger, The Rock. No, not so close. You're closer to John Legend than I am The Rock. You want to say that? Maybe a little bit.
Look at that.
Maybe a little bit. Well, he was followed. John Legend performed "Bring Me Love" and "Christmas Baby."
Yes, I did hear it.
And scored him at least one fan who was overcome with the Christmas spirit. Let's watch.
Aw.
Yeah.
Who is that? Just a random
That's some random baby dancing to John Legend. And let me just tell you some facts, Yo-Yo, about the Christmas tree.
Okay.
Every year, Rockefeller Center receives submissions from families all over the world who want their tree to be the iconic Rockefeller Christmas tree. This year's Norway spruce was originally planted in the home of Carol Schultz in Orange County, community of Florida, not of New York.
That's where the tree came from?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Schultz told NBC New York that she initially had the plant inside her home on a coffee table, but later planted it outside. Yeah. The tree will be the 88th tree to have the distinction of being the official Rockefeller Christmas tree. The first year, there were actually two separate trees for the ceremony, so even though it's the 87th year, it's the 88th magnificent tree.
So wait, they get the trees from like just...
From people's homes. They donate them. Yeah, according to NBC New York, the tree was only 4 feet tall when it was planted and is now 46 feet in diameter today.
How long did that take?
I don't know. Once in New York City, it doesn't say.
That's crazy.
Oh, it was 60 years old.
60?
Yeah, 77 feet tall, 14 tons. It was planted in 1959.
Wow.
And is now 60 years old.
And she got no money for that.
What? Maybe she did, but I don't. It doesn't say here on the card. But I would say no, but maybe. I don't know.
Damn.
Once in New York, the tree was... I think it's a donation, Joey says. Once in New York, the tree was wrapped in 50,000 multicolored, energy-efficient LED lights, crowned with a Swarovski star. The wire that the lights are strung on, plugged in end-to-end, would stretch 5 miles. And that is what you missed. Do the last bullet. Once the holidays are over, the tree is donated to Habitat for Humanity, where it is recycled and used for lumber in their buildings, which is very nice.
That is very nice.
Yes. Meanwhile, Nancy Pelosi came out at 9 a.m., had a press conference, and announced that the House is going to move forward with impeaching Donald Trump. It's no surprise. She says his actions, as revealed by their weeks-long investigation, left them no choice but to pursue his removal from office. This is now going to make Donald Trump the third president in the nation's history to be impeached. Let's watch Nancy Pelosi. Maestro, Nancy Pelosi.
Today, I am asking our chairman to proceed with articles of impeachment. I commend our committee chairs and our members for their somber approach to actions which I wish the president had not made.
Now, Pelosi didn't say what Trump's going to be charged with.
Mm-hmm.
I assume it's going to be bribery. I assume it's going to be abuse of power. I assume it is going to be abuse of power, bribery, and obstruction of justice. I would say those are the three that she would be charging him with.
Right.
She would not come out and have this announcement if she did not have the full support of the Democratic Congress. She knows she has the votes, or they would not be doing it. So we now know that Donald Trump, within the next week or two, will be impeached from the House of Representatives. That does not mean that he gets removed from office. That means now that it will go to the Senate sometime in January for a trial. The trial is presided over by Chief Justice Roberts. They need 66 senators to convict Donald Trump. They have 48 Democrats, which means 16 Republicans have to switch sides.
It's not that many, too.
In order for Donald Trump to no longer be president.
Right.
We doubt that will happen. Right now, although more than 50% of America wants Donald Trump impeached, the numbers have not changed since the beginning of this impeachment process. The Republican base does not want him impeached. As long as the Republican base is behind Donald Trump, the Republican senators will be too scared to vote against him because they like their jobs.
Right.
And they're going to vote for their job over the benefit of the United States of America. So it'll be left up to the voters whether or not Donald Trump, is my opinion, will be president, and that will be in November. Meanwhile, a reporter earlier after the press conference asked Nancy Pelosi, do you hate Donald Trump? And she says she does not hate Donald Trump. She prays for him every day. She says she's a Catholic. She never hates anybody. She's just doing what is in the best interest of the United States of America. And Donald Trump tweeted later that day that Nancy is a liar. She definitely hates me, or something to that effect. I'm paraphrasing.
This is one tweet that I actually believe from Donald Trump.
I don't believe she hates. I honestly don't believe she hates Donald Trump. The man is not fit to be president of the United States. To say she hates him versus he committed a crime, he's violating the Constitution, he's not fit to be president of the United States, he's obstructed justice, he's committed bribery. That's different than I hate him. I don't know if she hates him or not.
He's done a lot more, killed children and separated families. I feel like that's a good reason to hate somebody.
I don't know, but she does not hate him. She does not have hate in her heart, she says.
She's a good person then.
Yes. Now, former Vice President Joe Biden, who the impeachment, basically he's the subject of the impeachment because it was Donald Trump who tried to get dirt on Joe Biden because he believes Joe Biden is going to be the Democratic national candidate. So he was trying to get dirt on Biden from Ukraine. This is what has led to the entire impeachment process. He has come out with a new video describing Donald Trump as a president the world is laughing at. Do we have the video, Jill?
They're laughing at him. My administration has accomplished more than almost any administration in the history of our country. Didn't expect that reaction.
So this was all from yesterday when all the world leaders were laughing at the expense of Donald Trump. We talked about it yesterday. And it was President Trudeau of Canada who was leading the mockery of Donald Trump behind his back. And he actually admitted it. For French President Macron was also laughing behind Donald Trump's back, along with Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of the UK, and I believe it was the president from the Netherlands, whose name I forgot. But they were all basically laughing like they were in high school students at Donald Trump.
That's hilarious.
Now,
he was mad at
that.
Now
we have a clip. We have a clip from that yesterday. We played it, but I enjoyed watching it so much. Could we watch it again, the clip from yesterday at the NATO conference with the world leaders laughing at our president of the United States? Well, and of course, Trump fired back, said Trudeau in a tweet, Trudeau is two-faced. Two-faced. And that was during the press conference yesterday. Meanwhile, Pantone, Pantone, which is the Color Institute. I guess they're paint companies. Pantone, a paint company, Jill? I don't know what Pantone is. It's a Color Institute. I don't know what a Color Institute is. They study colors, I guess. This is what Jill is telling me. Whatever Pantone does, they have named the color of the year.
Oh, what is it?
Okay, and they have been doing this now for 2 straight decades, and it looks like Maestro has already blown
Classic blue?
I guess it's blue. Maestro has told us.
You were going to try and have everybody guess.
Try everyone guess, but it's blue.
Classic blue.
That is right. And by the way, I knew this all year long, which is why you see me wearing blue in all of our Bradshaw live shows. I'm always almost in blue. It's my color, right?
Yes,
because I knew
it was
going to be.
Martini.
I knew it was going to be the color of the year. Meanwhile, we also have. Dictionary.com has come out with the word of the year.
Okay.
That goes along with color of the year.
What's the word of the year?
Word,
Toxic.
Toxic.
Is it?
No, it's not.
Oh.
But that is a very, very good guess. It is not pumpkin. Also, would be a very, very good guess. It is not. Name one more word. What word has been used and bantied about?
Impeachment.
It is not impeachment. The word of the year is existential, because it is bantered about that everything has been an existential threat to the United States of America. Existential is often used when someone or something, being or of its very existence, is at stake. So an existential threat to a species, for example, put the species' continued existence in jeopardy. The other way the word is used is concerned with the nature of human existence. So the term existential spiked in internet searches after discussion on climate change, natural disasters like Hurricane Dorian, and now the whole impeachment.
How many times have you used that this year?
Existential.
How many times have you used that this year?
I have never used the word existential in my life, but
okay, dictionary.com.
But apparently people are using it. Now, the reason they said another reason why dictionary.com chose it, Joe Biden. Let's see why. The Democratic presidential nominee once called Donald Trump an existential threat to America. Now, Biden's use of the word existential sent searches way up over 1,000 times. So I guess people start seeing the word existential and they're trying to figure out what exactly does it mean.
Right.
And that's why it would become the word of the year.
Okay.
Now,
it's almost close to toxic.
Existential, yeah. You were close, toxic.
Right.
You were in the neighborhood.
There, you're right.
All right, you were
I was knocking on doors. It just wasn't the right one.
You were definitely in the neighborhood.
I was knocking on the neighbors.
So, you ever been to the Chattanooga, Tennessee Aquarium?
I can't. No, I've not.
You gotta rack your brain for a second.
Because I went to Tennessee once. So
you were trying to think if you went to the aquarium there.
Right.
Well, you'll be shocked to learn that there's an electric eel named Miguel Watson. Okay, Watson like watt in a light.
Yes, because
so there's the wordplay.
electricity.
Miguel Watson and the electric eel is lighting up the Christmas tree.
Oh wow!
At the Chattanooga, Tennessee Aquarium.
Like for real doing it?
Yes, a special system connected to Miguel's tank enables his shocks to power strands of lights on a nearby tree, according to the news release. Miguel releases low voltage blips of electricity when he's trying to find food. This translates to a rapid, dim blinking of the Christmas lights. When he's eating or exciting, he emits higher voltage shocks, which causes the lights to even grow brighter.
Wow.
So they grow brightest when
he's like eating or excited.
Yes, I'm kind of like an eel too, because I think I'm most excited eating also. Like if they attach me to some electric pole, I think I could light up a whole block after I'm eating. We have the video of the eel though. Let's watch the eel.
He was excited.
Oh wow.
That's kind of cool. Yeah. So in between Miguel's, he has a Twitter page.
Oh. Of course.
Of course, not only can he light up, but he apparently has fingers and can tweet. And he says statements like Shazam and Kabloomaroo. A video posted on the account shows Miguel shaking in his tank
look
as
how
lights on
many
the nearby
followers he
trees
has.
sputter on and off, which we just watched. And we said Watson, yes. So meanwhile, it's Art Basel time.
Oh, yes, it is.
Have you ever been to Art Basel?
I haven't, but I've had
But
a
we're
lot
still
of
watching
friends
the EO in Tennessee.
Right.
All right, but you have lots of friends there.
that have
Do you-
gone.
all right, so have you ever seen some weird art and you're like, why the hell would anybody buy this?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay. Well, now, in probably the craziest purchase of art ever that I have ever seen in my life, at least certainly this year, a banana duct taped to a wall, a real banana duct taped to a wall, went on sale at Art Basel. This is the art, a real banana with duct tape to a wall, and it was sold for $120,000.
Like what?
And not only did they sell one banana taped to a wall, they sold 3.
What?
In what I would consider the biggest con artist of all time, and I mean, I meant artist, not con artist. I apologize, Yonathan. It's not a con artist.
No, because
it's an artist.
Yeah, they didn't con them into
It's an
buying it.
artist. The Italian artist Maurizio Catalan came up with the idea a year ago. This is him. He was going to tape a banana onto the wall and sell it for $120,000 and pawn it off as artwork.
So what happens when the banana molds? Like the next day?
I think that's the end of the artwork at that point.
You gotta be.
yeah.
Then it's just donation.
It's
then.
it's somebody's. He's not a donation to anything. It's the artist is making money putting a banana on the wall with duct tape, and 3 people bought it for $120. Would you buy it for $120 banana?
What do you think?
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm at Starbucks. They charge me $1 for the banana. I'm like, man,
Oh my God, $1?
$1 for
Right.
banana, and that's $120,000.
That's insane.
That's insane, right? You know,
Damn.
you know Andy Warhol. You know who Andy Warhol is,
I do.
right? So he was famous for he was the king of, or the father of pop art.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so why they call it pop art? Because he's making commentary on popular culture.
Right.
So he started drawing dollar signs on canvases. This is what Andy Warhol did.
Yes.
And people always ask him, well, why are you drawing dollar signs? He goes, well, people are going to give money for nothing. They might as well see their money on the wall. And that's what he did it. And that's
smart.
basically what this banana is.
At least that's more of art than
Right, that's what
damn
this banana is. Now he has this guy. He's famous not only for the banana, but also for the gold toilet that was stolen. I remember it made headlines. It was stolen and ripped out of a wall from Blenheim Palace in Oxfordshire, England. It was not a functioning toilet. This was a piece of art made of gold, and it was stolen from this home. So it was installed in a room next to the one in which Churchill was born.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know what happens to the banana when it rots, but that artwork doesn't stay around for more than a week.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
But it was sold for $120,000. So where is the art there? Is it the way he put the tape? Is it? I mean, is this a commentary about, you know what, some rich people got some really rich money and they have no idea what to do with it?
That's
I think
exactly
is that
what
the commentary
That's
is?
exactly what it is.
I mean, I'm flabbergasted, right? Did you see this banana?
I just saw it.
We're in the wrong business. We should be hanging
I'm
fruit
over
up
here
on the
talking
wall.
about my student loans.
We should be hanging the fruit up on the
and
wall.
y'all giving $120,000 for that?
Well, why don't you tape up your bill to the student loan in Art Basel? Okay. Tape up your bill to the student loan in Art Basel. That's right. Your cheap boss gave you $1 for 30 thumbs up. But you can tape your bill for the student loan to Art Basel with some duct tape and say, you know what? I'm better than the banana guy. I'll sell it for $50,000.
There you go.
Right? Yo-Yo's Bill.
It's friends and family discount.
Yo-Yo's.
I'll even rub it around me. Like,
you know what? I don't want that dollar bill anymore.
Look, where else do you want it?
You can keep it. You've had it everywhere on your body.
I have.
I have not taken it back now.
It's in my crotch now.
All right. Why don't you tell everybody what they need to do while I get ready to answer some immigration questions?
Absolutely, guys. All right. You already know what I'm about to say. Facebook, I need you all to start your watch parties. Where's my musica?
Yeah. Jessica Kalimi is going to make a comment about Maestro any minute.
There you go. All right, guys. So everybody on Facebook, I need you guys to start your watch party. You already know how to do it. This is a very important thing. This is your way of helping us get this show out to the entire world. So how you do it is all you have to do is click that share button. 2 options down, it'll say start a watch party. It'll tell you how many friends you have online. This will actually send a notification to every single one of them right now. So click start right there. It takes this video from the Bradshaw Live page to your page. You are the host with the most, the hostess with the mostest. So I need you guys to do that right now. If you guys can confirm, that would be amazing. Show Brad that you guys are actually listening to me. All right. So let your friends and your family know. If you have kids with phones, man, get on their Facebook. Also start a watch party. You never know who we can help. All right. And like I said, this is our way of getting this out to the entire world. All right. And also put all your questions in the comment section right now. On YouTube, we need you guys to create a post. The way to do that is you just click share and then it says create post. You literally will put your own description. Say this is the best infotainment show. This is the best immigration show. If you have any immigration questions, comedy hour, whatever you want. You put your own description in there and create the post. All right. And also, of course, subscribe and click that thumbs up. I need everybody to click that thumbs up right now. Now, this is what you guys have all been waiting for, especially all the people that have been on the lines waiting. This is where you guys call in and get your immigration questions answered with getting answers to your immigration questions.
All right, let's go to Reggie in Hawaii. Reggie in Hawaii. Reggie.
Hi, Brad. Hi.
1 second. Reggie.
Hello. Hi.
How are you?
Hi, Brad.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
So I applied for my N400 this year. Then after 3 months, I messed up with my math and got a citation of selling an alcohol to a minor. So I think it's a misdemeanor.
Well, you have a liquor store? You own a liquor store?
Yes. So I work on the a marketable liquor.
Okay. So you were arrested for selling alcohol to a minor, misdemeanor.
Yeah, I was given a citation. So I went to the court, and then my lawyer told me that if I stay out for trouble for 6 months, the case will be dropped and dismissed, and that will be end in March next year. So my question is, I have my schedule for my citizenship interview this month. Can you tell me what will gonna happen in my citizenship?
Yeah, you're gonna be denied because you have a misdemeanor that is either pending or you already completed. It would show bad moral character to sell alcohol to a minor. I think you would be denied. Sounds like, I don't know what the penal code is in Hawaii, but if the maximum sentence that the judge could have sentenced you was 1 year or less, and it sounds like you didn't do any jail time, it sounds like a petty offense to me. So it's not deportable or inadmissible. I think you're fine there. I just don't know if you're going to become a citizen.
Oh, okay. So do you think you said it automatically might, so do you think can I apply again?
I think you should have a consultation because nobody should be going to immigration with a conviction or a pending conviction. Not these days.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second because I don't know the penal code off the top of my head, but if you're asking me, not knowing Hawaiian penal code off the top of my head, what would happen, that's what I think what would happen. Hold on. Let's go to Sam in Newark. Sam.
Hey, Brad.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
So my question is, so my wife is abusive. So I want to still know, I could still file VAWA.
Yes, VAWA still exists. She's abusive. Hold on. Let's have a consultation. Let's go to Nicole in Brooklyn. Nicole.
Yes, hello?
Hi, Nicole.
Hi.
What's going on? What's your question?
My question is, I've been living in the country for 26 years. I did file in 2 churches that didn't work out. But I wonder if there's a way I can, obtain a green card. Is there a way, for the time?
There's no such thing as I've been here for 26 years and I just want to walk in and get a green card. There is, God forbid, you're put in removal, cancellation of removal, and if you've been here for 10 years and can show extreme and unusual hardship to children, spouse, or parent, that you could perhaps get your removal canceled and get a green card that way. But if you lose your case, you get deported. So it's not something I would recommend. But just the fact that you were here for 26 years doesn't entitle you to anything more or less than somebody who's here a year, other than perhaps some relief in deportation if you were put in it. What I would suggest is, your question basically is, I'm here 26 years, how do I get a green card? I'm out of status, and that would require a consultation. You're in Brooklyn, I'm in Manhattan, you're right across the water, come have a consultation. Let's go to Amro in Orlando, Florida. Amro.
Yes, hello, Mr. Brad, and hello, everyone over there. I'm doing real good, thank you, sir. I have a question. Actually, I came to the United States in 2015.
Yes.
And I came with a student visa. I came from Saudi Arabia. I'm Sudanese, but I'm born and raised in Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
And then when I came in here in 2015, I applied for asylum. So after I applied for asylum, I stayed all this time. Nothing has happened. I got the work permit and Social Security, but I never did any type of interview. The problem was in 2017, I got into a misdemeanor. It was a solicitation for prostitution. I got a plea deal. A plea deal terminated after 4 months.
All right. Well, that's not going to prevent you from getting granted asylum if you have a good claim.
Yes. Now the problem is I have hired. Now I want to renew the work permit. And recently, just last week or 2 weeks ago, I hired an attorney in Florida. But to be honest, I don't feel that he's so confident. He called me recently, like 2 days ago, and he told me I am going to apply for the renewal of the work permit, but they're probably going to put you in the removal proceeding. And he doesn't seem that he really knows, and I didn't really know exactly what's going to happen.
You may be in removal proceedings anyway if your asylum case is denied, but they gotta process your asylum case first. So hold on 1 second, okay?
Okay.
But a misdemeanor does not prevent you from getting asylum. An aggravated felony would, but a misdemeanor wouldn't.
Awesome. But the work permit, it could be renewed before because I didn't do the interview.
I don't see any reason why they wouldn't, but hold on 1 second. Let's go to Julian in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Julian.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi, Brad. I'm good. All right. So my husband, oh Lord, I think I'm talking on the phone now with my turn. My husband, petitioned for me, and I spoke to you once, and you told me that one of the oh Lord,
One second. Take a deep breath.
Sure.
Take a deep breath. Okay.
Sorry, I
know you're nervous. Calm down, and let's.
No, it's not nervous. I'm just tired. I am going through a lot.
Tell me what your problem is.
All right. So my issue is, well, maybe not an issue, but I want to know how can I amend taxes without having the ITIN number?
Well, you can amend the taxes and apply for a TIN number simultaneously. You can do that.
Simultaneously. But I called the IRS today, and they say you cannot back the taxes.
The IRS doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. You file a W-7 form with an amended tax return, and you can file an amended tax return with a TIN number. Absolutely. You know, are you amending your husband's tax return to include you as married filing jointly?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
right.
That's what you would do. Okay. So we have a tax attorney here who can help you, but that's you go to your tax preparer, you file an amended tax return, and you add a W-7 form for your tax identification number with that form.
hold on, Brad. Let me tell you why I'm so nervous because I went to the office today and they're telling me that we can't backdate it for 3 years. I will have to just file the W-7 onwards, like for this coming tax season.
You went to which office?
The office in Plantation, Fort Lauderdale, in Florida.
They're giving
and then I went to a tax preparer to ask him about the amending of taxes. And
everybody's giving you bad advice. I just told you what to do. You can speak to Carmela. She will help you. Hold on.
Sure.
All right. Let's go to Ray in Omaha. Ray.
Yes, Brad. How you doing?
How are you?
Good. Brad, I applied for VAWA and I got a prima facie.
Yes.
My spouse was a permanent resident. My question is, if my date becomes current, can I submit the 485?
Yes.
Even if my my VAWA isn't approved yet.
Yes, the answer is yes.
Perfect. All right. Thank you so very much, guys. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
All right. He knew what I was talking about. I don't know if anybody else, but I understood what he was saying, which is most important. Now, in today's Spartan Bernstein Attorney Close-Up, immigration attorney Janelle Baptiste explains how immigration has changed under the Trump administration. Let's watch.
As an immigration attorney, my life has changed significantly after Donald Trump has become president. The ways that one is able to obtain asylum has changed significantly. Also, if you're trying to file for a family member living abroad, it's much more difficult now to demonstrate that they would be able to come to the United States without being a so-called burden on the government of the United States. The standards have gotten far more stringent. A lot of the procedures and policies have changed without the administration actually having changed law, which is why it's very important, whether you're seeking any type of immigration relief, to contact an immigration attorney. Under this administration, it's more important than ever to get help when you're trying to navigate these waters.
Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. All right, let's go to Gabrielle in Sacramento, California. Gabrielle.
Hi.
How are you? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Yesterday I was nervous. I couldn't answer your question the way it should be.
I'm sorry?
Yeah. So when you asked me that, do I stay with my wife? Yes, I stay with my wife since 2013 till when she abused me in 2019.
You have to remind me your question because I don't remember, to tell you the truth. You called yesterday.
Well, I was asking you that I filed VAWA. I haven't received receipt notice.
Right.
Yeah. Then you asked me a question. Have I stayed with my? When was the last time I stayed with my wife? I didn't. I was nervous. I couldn't hear what you were saying.
Okay.
I said no. But actually, I stay with we married 2013. We have been living together.
I understand.
You've
been married for 5-6 years together. She was abusive for those years, and you now filed a VAWA, but you have not gotten a receipt yet for it.
Yes, but we stay together. We do everything. We have everything. When she abused me, I was admitted.
What would you like me? What would you like me to do to help you?
Because I have a lawyer. The lawyer keeps telling me to wait. Then I want to consult you about Monday. What are you going to do about that?
Well, I think you should have a consultation with me if that's what you want to do. Bring all your paperwork in. I'm happy to review it, and I'll tell you what I think you should do. So hold on 1 second.
But how are you going to get the paperwork? Because it's far.
How are you going to get? Oh, we're going to go back to Gabrielle 1 second. Gabrielle, you're entitled to go to your lawyer and ask for a photocopy of your file.
Okay.
All right, and then you can email it to me, and then we'll take it from there.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
So hold on 1 second.
Yeah, but all right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And that goes to everybody. Everyone, you're a client. You pay a lawyer money, and you ask for a copy of your file. The lawyer has to give it to you.
Yeah.
All right. You can't just not give it to you. B in West Palm Beach. B.
Hi, Brad.
How are you?
How are you?
Good. What's going on?
I I have a question. I came here on a visiting visa and overstayed for 2 years. Then I got married to a U.S. citizen who petitioned for me in October of this year.
Right.
I have been self-employed, and I'm in the process now of filing 2-year back tax. But listening to your show, I think I made a misrepresentation because I put on my petition form that I haven't been working out of status.
You can
So
you can fix that at the time of the interview.
Repeat that?
Fix it at the time of the interview. You go into the interview and you say, I made a mistake on the form. I should have said yes, not no. I'm fixing it.
Okay.
All right? Then you do that right up
All
front,
right.
and it's perfectly fine.
All right, thank you.
All right.
You're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you, B. All right, let's go to Rodney in Brooklyn. Rodney.
Hey, Brad. I have a question.
Yes.
I'm going to do my citizen. By swearing on the 17th. When can I apply for my passport, and also I put in the I-130 for my wife? When can I finish up her paperwork?
You can apply for your passport the minute you get your naturalization certificate. And the minute you get your naturalization certificate, you can make a photocopy of it, send it into immigration with the receipt for your wife's I-130, and upgrade your wife's case.
Okay, what are the papers I have to file for her?
If you have not filed for her yet?
I just put in the I-130.
Oh, you put in the I-130, so then you upgrade that. You write a letter to the office where the I-130 is with a photocopy of your naturalization and a photocopy of the receipt notice, and say, please upgrade this case.
Okay, and then I will have to file travel document and her work permit. What do I have to file for that one?
She's here in the United States?
Yes.
Okay, so then you would file an adjustment application, an I-485, a receipt notice for the I-130, the I-765, the I-131, the I-864. So you would do a whole adjustment package, but for the I-130, which you've already done, so you submit the I-130 receipt.
Okay, all right, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, let's go to Stephen in the Bronx. Stephen. Stefan. Stefan. What's
Good
up?
afternoon.
What's going on?
I have been watching your show, and I've seen where you helped a young lady that was abusive from Jamaica with her kids. I'm in the same position. I would like to know what I could do to get some paperwork here for myself.
If you're in an abusive relationship, whether it's physical abuse, extreme emotional abuse, you would file an I-360 application with proof of the abuse, proof that you're a person of good moral character, proof you're in a bona fide marriage with your spouse, or were in a bona fide marriage with your spouse, you no longer live with them, proof of the abuse, you do it with an adjustment application, which is an I-485, I-864, and I-765, and I-131. You submit it all to immigration, and if you did a decent job, they will give you a receipt notice. They'll accept your case. You'll get your work permit and travel, and they will review your case over 18 months to see if you qualify.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Let's go to Tisha in Cincinnati. Tisha. Aisha, excuse me.
Hello?
Hi, Aisha.
Hello, good evening, Brett. How are you today?
Good. What's going on?
Okay, so I had a question. Let's say I have an artist that I want to invite to the United States for my daughter's birthday party.
Oh, very fancy. Yes.
How can I invite this artist to come to the United States?
Well, if the artist has some sort of a claim, you wouldn't invite the artist, because the artist can't just, if the artist is coming to perform at your daughter's birthday party, the artist just can't come on a tourist visa and then perform, because then they would be working illegally. So the only way artists come to the United States of America is either on an O visa, where you show they have extraordinary ability, and that's a little lower standard for singers and dancers and actors. You have to show recognition and acclaim. Or if they're a member of a group, you would do it as a P1. But you just can't just come and say, I'm going to send you a letter, go get a tourist visa to come perform, because then they would be working illegally. So you would have to do it as a work visa. So hold on one
As a
second.
work visa?
As a
Okay,
work visa,
thank
either
you.
an O or a P. Okay. Let's go to John in Newark. John,
Yeah, hi.
how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good. What's going
Great
on?
show you're doing.
Thank you.
Really appreciate you. I came into the United States in 2016.
Yes.
And I got married in 2018.
Yes.
But I didn't file in until about last month.
Right.
But prior to that time, I was placed on removal proceeding in January this year.
Why?
And just like that, I overstayed my visa.
For no reason?
No crime, no.
But you're married to a
Say
U.S.
that again?
citizen. But you're married to a U.S. citizen.
Yes.
All right. So
Yes,
then
I'm married to
you
you.
need to get an I-130 filed immediately and prove it's a bona fide marriage and get out of deportation and get your green card.
Yeah, I just did that. I did that last month, but
Okay, so what
I
is your
haven't
question?
gotten a receipt yet
Do you
from the
have you been ordered
USCIS.
deported? When's your next case before the judge? Your next hearing before the judge?
There's no notice to appear yet before the judge.
How
That's
do-
where we are now.
How do you know you're in deportation then?
Because I was in court, and the attorney told me that there's no notice to appear yet in court.
Then you're not in. If there's no notice to appear, you're not in deportation. You should be filing your adjustment.
No, I have a removal proceeding
you don't.
document that I usually go to.
Okay, so maybe you've been already ordered deported and you're done. Then you got to make a motion to reopen. You know what, John? I'm not sure what you're describing to me. I think you're in Newark. I'm in New York. You should come see me with what you're looking at. So hold on one second. Because if there's no notice to appear, you're not in deportation. Unless you're saying there is a notice to appear. I went through a deportation process. I've been ordered deported and now I'm married. I'm not sure what you're talking about. So hold on one second. Let's go to Sam in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Sam. Sam.
Hello.
Hey, Sam. How are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
Sorry to disturb you again. I like your show after the Game of Thrones. More than that.
I'm sorry.
And I like your show most of the time, and I watch your show every time. I have a question.
What's the
about
question?
immigration.
Tell me your question.
Yeah. So the question is, the new public charge is effective. It's applicable on the overseas, like for the consular processing.
Sam, you just got to take a step to the right or something because I don't hear every word you're saying.
I'm saying that the new public charge is effective to the overseas, like for the consular processing.
The new public charge provisions are effective for consular processing, although they have not come out with they have not approved the new form yet, but it is effective. The old laws apply for the adjustment applications here. I have not, by law, they're supposed to be applying the new laws at the consular offices. They have not been doing it yet, I believe, until the new form comes out. Once the new form comes out, they will be applying the new laws, and that's going to be momentarily.
And the second question is, I have a second question. My daughter, she is receiving WIC, she is used to it, and some cash assistance, but I stopped my wife's food stamp and everything,
Your daughter receiving government assistance WIC is okay. That's not going to affect you.
Oh, okay.
Right.
And the last question, sorry to be a bit cold. The last one is that I have a co-sponsor, and he's making like 37,000, and we are total family members, like 6, along with the co-sponsor.
You have a co-sponsor with making $37,000 with a family of 6. That sounds like they don't make enough money to support you. Not with a family of 6.
Total for me and for the co-sponsor.
6 people seems like a lot for $37,000.
Oh, okay. So I need a different co-sponsor.
Get a different one, yeah.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. All right. You know, an undocumented person who has been injured while working on a construction site has the same rights to compensation as a U.S. citizen. We have lots of clients who get injured, and they get scared to sue because they say, I'm undocumented, I'm not able, I'm scared.
Right.
But the fact is, you have the same rights as an undocumented person, as a U.S. citizen, as a lawful resident. You have the same rights to a safe workplace. You have the same rights for access to American justice. But if you are out of status and you want to do something, you better make sure you have an attorney that both understands accidents, and immigration.
Like who?
Like, I don't know. So Spartan Bernstein, personal injury attorney and partner Moshe, the Bulldozer Borukh, join me to break down what to do if you're an undocumented worker injured on the job. Let's watch it. Every year, 10% of construction workers throughout the United States of America get injured on the job. According to the Census of Fatal Occupational Injuries in 2017 alone, 5,147 construction workers died on the job. When an accident leaves a construction worker incapacitated, they and their families lose the financial security they once had. A good attorney is needed to make sure that the injured parties are compensated to the highest level, because most of the time, they will never be able to work again. And there is one bite of the apple when it comes to fighting for compensation in a courtroom. With me to discuss what to do if you or a loved one is involved in a job construction accident is Spartan Bernstein's very own personal injury attorney, partner, Moshe the Bulldozer Borukh. Moshe, how are you?
Good to be here.
So Moshe, we've talked about in the past how important it is to use your cell phone as part of your case to prepare yourself for your case. God forbid you're in a construction accident. You use your cell phone to call an ambulance so they can document where the accident happened. You use your cell phone to take pictures. Let me ask you a question. There are people out there who may be U.S. citizens or lawful permanent residents who are getting paid cash. They're working off the books. Or people who are undocumented working off the books. How is using a cell phone going to help these people, and why is it even more important for people who are off the books or who are undocumented and are working to use their cell phone, God forbid they're injured in an accident?
So an undocumented person has the exact same rights as a legal citizen here in the United States of America. Although it's more difficult to prove as an undocumented person that you were hired by an employer, for example. And so when you have a video, when you have a phone, which is the most effective weapon you have with you when you get injured in a construction accident, you take out the phone and start videotaping everything around you. If you can, you'll show that you're in the construction site, you're working there, and if something fell, for example, a ladder or a scaffold, you have evidence of that. And so there's no dispute that you were hired by somebody to work.
The biggest defense, one of the biggest defenses, the number one defense for people who don't have a record of being at that construction site because their colleagues drove them to the hospital, or because they were undocumented and didn't have, and were not on payroll, or American citizens are not on payroll, is the number one defense is, this person doesn't work for us. What are you talking about? So you need to document that you were hired and you were physically there on this job site at the moment this accident happened. That's what Moshe is saying.
Exactly. One of the first hurdles you have to overcome in a labor law construction accident case is you have to prove that you were hired by somebody or an organization to work at this specific construction site. And if you're getting paid in cash, a lot of people assume that, well, if I'm getting paid cash, then I can't prove that I was hired by somebody. That is incorrect. If you have good lawyers, we can make sure that we can prove that you were hired by somebody. And we do that by using this very simple
let me just make this clear. And Moshe, correct me if I'm wrong. If you're getting paid off the books or you're undocumented, does that make your case any less worthwhile? Should you be scared to walk into a courtroom?
Absolutely not. If you have good lawyers, you'll never have to worry about that. A lot of people lie and they say if you're an undocumented person, you should not make a claim, for example, for workers' compensation benefits. That is the falsest thing I have heard when it comes to a personal injury case in a construction accident.
And now people may say, well, I don't want to get deported. What do you say about that?
If you have our lawyers here at Spartan Bernstein, in addition to the personal injury lawyers here, we have your department, the immigration department, and we will make sure that that never happens.
I can assure you that if you get injured in an accident, you're not going to get deported.
It'll never happen.
I can assure you that. It's not going to happen. Moshe, tell us about a situation if you had somebody who was undocumented or somebody who was a U.S. citizen or lawful permanent resident working off the books. They didn't have a record of employment. Tell us about how you represented them, and hopefully you have a good success story to tell us about.
Absolutely. We had a case where a person just came to the United States. He was undocumented. He was terrified of making a claim for personal injuries when he was involved in a construction accident.
Where was he from?
He was from Jamaica. And what happened was he was hesitant to come to us because he was afraid that he might get deported. He was afraid that his employer might call ICE or what have you. And so when he came to us, I think I even introduced him to you, and you took care of his immigration matter.
And he got injured on the job.
He did. He got injured on the job. The defendants, when we filed a lawsuit, said, well, because he's an undocumented person, he wasn't able to make a claim for lost wages in the future because he couldn't prove that he was being paid by his employer. But because of us, because of the great personal injury lawyers we have here at Bernstein, we convinced the judge that that's nonsense. We successfully got him any back pay that he was entitled to.
Well, that's an amazing job. And God forbid you or anybody is injured in an accident, you need really good attorneys to represent you. You only have one shot to make all of your income. If you think about it, you get injured in an accident when you're 40 years old. You have 30 years of employment. Say you're making $50,000 a year. That's $1.5 million in lost wages, plus inflation, plus your medical bills and everything else. It adds up very fast to millions and millions and millions of dollars. And God forbid you get into an accident, and even more, God forbid, you hire the wrong attorney. You only have one shot at getting the most money you can. So please save our telephone number. It's 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. God forbid you or anyone you know gets into an accident, make sure they call us right away. And as you just learned from Moshe, whether you're documented, you're undocumented, you're on the books, you're off the books. If you get hurt on the job, you have a case, but you got to document it with your phone. And then you got to call your lawyer, Moshe the Bulldozer. Moshe, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Brett.
And we'll see you soon. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. All right, before we get into social media check-in, if you didn't get an opportunity to call us on the phone and get your question answered, and if you don't get an opportunity to have your question answered in our social media round, you could always follow me on Instagram at @RealBradBernstein. If I know you, if you're part of Brad's squad, if you make a comment, if somehow in this world we've crossed paths, I will try my best to answer your question in a direct message if I can. If I can't, I'll tell you, go make an appointment to see me. You could also follow us at Brad Show Live. If you follow us at Brad Show Live, you'll see the best 2-3 minutes contents from our last night's show, all our best highlights, our best produced pieces, our best unscripted pieces, some behind the scenes stuff, and a little of everything else. And of course, Yonathan Yo-Yo Elias sometimes appears on Instagram as well. On occasion, you've been known to make a post.
Yes, I have.
And where would you find that occasional post?
All of that on at Yonathan Elias TV. All
right. Let's do something, Maestro, we like to call social media check-in.
All right, our first one starts off with a little compliment saying, hey, Brad and team, I'm glad that you guys have been a great help to non-immigrants all over the world. I have one question. My file was approved on January 12th and date of filing was on the 7th of January, and they received the file on the 8th of January. Now, the problem is my daughter turned 21 on January 8th. Will she be eligible under her visa, my visa? I have already received my wife and son's application and already paid for the visa, just waiting for my daughter.
I don't know what he's applying for. How would what visa are we talking about? Who sponsored him? It's a non-immigrant visa, permanent. Yeah.
It says
there's something but to answer you, there's something called the Child Status Protection Act. If you paid the fees, then you're likely under the Child Status Protection Act for your daughter, but I can't guarantee you until I know a lot more about the case.
All right. Shireen saying, question, I got a parking ticket in May and I paid only $15. Do I have to tell USCIS officer about this?
No.
I already applied for the citizenship. No. Is it true that immigration fees increased on December 9th?
They made a Federal Register notice that says it's going to be increasing. I think it's like 90 days or 45 days, but the increase is happening very, very shortly.
Kenny, Ohio, saying I submitted concurrently I-130 and I-48.
45.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. There's no 488.
See, this is how I know I'm learning.
That's right.
July 2019 did biometrics September 25th. When do I get my work permit, and will I expect the I-130 to be approved, filed by my U.S. citizen spouse?
I don't know whether your case will be approved or not. I don't have the slightest idea. Work permits happen about 6 months from the time or less from the time you file your adjustment. Kind of reminds me, that question I was thinking about. I filed the I-485, the I-130, the I-864, the I-131. I filed it in Chicago. I moved to New York via train. The train was traveling 35 miles an hour. Which way was the smoke going? And I'm like, I don't know, you know? I was like waiting for like something like that.
Right.
How would I know?
Yeah. All right, our next one comes from Tina Jones saying, I want to file for a VAWA. Should I withdraw my current I-485 and file a new one with the I-360? What's the penalty of withdrawing?
You can, but you'll just pay more money. Don't just file the I-360, and then when you get your I-45 interview, substitute in the I-360 receipt for the I-130.
Okay, Carla says, how can I track on what month is USCIS working on an I-130 visa application?
Go to uscis.gov and put in, there's something like time or something like that. There's a section, I forgot what they call it.
All right, Mamita saying, I have been living abroad and married to a U.S. citizen and filed the I-485. How long after submitting the I-485 do I wait to get an interview date?
If you're living abroad, you don't file an I-485. It's impossible to file an I-485 from abroad, so you will never get an interview date. If you're living abroad, you need to just file an I-130 and do consular processing.
JN Pereira saying, hey guys, great show.
Thank you.
I filed the I-360 VAWA or WAWA?
VAWA.
Okay, it says WAWA, so I'm thinking it's VAWA.
Yes, I filed the VAWA at the Wawa when I was getting a Slurpee.
Right. I didn't know about WAWAs till I moved to the East Coast. Yeah, you don't have that on the West Coast.
But you know what's funny is New Yorkers don't know Dairy Queen.
Oh, I definitely know about Dairy
Everybody
Queen.
knows Dairy Queen out of California. I love it, right?
Yeah. Okay, so I filed the I-360 VAWA with the new I-485, but I have a pending with I-130 and I-485 waiting for an interview. How can I withdraw previous, or will it automatically be canceled?
No, it will not automatically be canceled. Now, you can't have two adjustments pending at the same exact time, so you may end up having to do a third one. But what I would do is, go to your interview for the adjustment on the marriage and you substitute in the I-360. But now you have a problem because you have two I-45s pending, which is problematic.
Sonia saying, my husband did his citizenship interview and passed. However, they asked that he submit his divorce degree and decree and current marriage certificate. Will this prevent him from getting his citizenship after submitting the additional documents requested?
What was the problem with the marriage certificate?
They just request, or they asked him to submit his divorce decree and current marriage certificate.
Well, it's going to delay your case if you don't submit a marriage certificate with your original application. But I'm not exactly sure what the
will this
question is.
prevent him from getting his citizenship after submitting the additional documents requested? I would think it would help, right?
Well, if they say, hey, you need document A and B and you comply, that's a good thing, right?
Right, that's what I thought.
I mean, you should have done it in the first place, but better late than never.
Yes. Shaik saying, if a green card holder hasn't received the original card in the mail, can they still do a petition for his unmarried child who's above 21 years old with the current green card number?
Yes.
Carol Anderson the Tiger saying, wanted to know if you're a green card holder and you have a change of address, should you update the status with USCIS or your stated ID as well if you change the address, and if so, how do you go about doing this? I think we asked this yesterday.
Yeah, but you got to do both. You got to do with the state ID and with USCIS. Do both.
All right, Tiff saying, with the I-130 now being able to file online, did we ask this yesterday?
No.
Okay, with the I-130 now being able to file online, how does one proceed with the concurrent filing?
Oh, we did ask that, yes.
So it looks like a lot of these we asked, so I'm just going to go in the middle. I'm just going to go. Paula.
You go, Yo-Yo.
I don't know if
you know what? I'm going to tell you something. One thing with our show is everybody knows when every time something gets screwed up, we just can't keep it a secret, can we? It's not like we can it's not like we can be like, you know, you see this fire behind Yo-Yo right now? You see the whole studio on fire? Of course it's supposed to be on fire.
Right.
No, there's a fire!
We do not play and run with the punches.
Everybody. Every time there's a screw up, everyone's got to know.
Listen, we say that you guys are our co-hosts, so you should know.
That's right. We don't like to hold anything back.
Paula Campbell saying, when a person has a passport, have the visa stamp in the passport and bring the passport for renewal and went back with back from renewal without the visa stamp back in that passport. What's the cause of it? Did that make any sense?
You know what? Can you imagine if I start answering the questions in the same format that the...
I don't even know what the heck I just read.
The car and hat and the glove and the foot with the glove,
let's just go.
Green card.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically, I'll answer that question exactly how it's
There
asked.
you go. Okay, Mom Bet saying, I have an asylum court in 2 months and my judge approval rate is 85%. Does it mean I have over 85% chance to win my case?
No, it means that the judge approves 85% of the cases.
Okay. Del Rito.
I mean, I'm not a statistician,
right.
but it doesn't mean that you're going to have an 85%
right.
chance.
Del Rito saying, I filed an AOS for my wife. Her priority date is October 4th, 2019. We received the NOA and also the I-693 medical courtesy letter. Still no biometrics appointment. How long is this going to take now?
Hopefully not much longer.
Miezi saying, what does it mean if my asylum case was postponed to 2021, January 4th, instead of November 26th of this year?
It means they postponed your case.
DJ China saying,
I mean, obvious question.
And that's why I just went on.
Right, yeah, just obvious.
But is there a reason why?
No, they postponed it.
All right, DJ China.
Don't read into it.
Yeah, DJ China saying, can you file an I-485 through marriage with a pending asylum?
Yes, but you got to withdraw the asylum first.
All right, Kajilia is saying, Sir B.
Yes.
It's been over 7 months waiting on my work permit and advance parole. Did it in April 2019. Center is NBC.
Problemo.
Ooh,
7
mandamus?
months. Problemo. You come see Baby Boy, you see Uncle Brad.
Mm-hmm.
And if you went to see Baby Boy, you're going to have a problemo again.
Yeah,
so
I was going to say, what are you going to see Baby Boy for?
I don't know, but then you're going to see Uncle Brad.
Yeah,
right.
I'll take you to Uncle Brad's.
Baby Boy, I didn't get my work permit. Follow me to Uncle Brad's.
All right, Nyan saying, how long for USCIS to get response of my service request based on my I-765 priority date passed?
I don't know. I mean, you're asking me when a government official is going to do their job.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that information.
Tamika is saying, I filed an I-130 and I-485 from November 7th, 2019. How long before I hear back from USCIS?
I don't know. Hear back from what? For your green card, your interview could be 12 to 36 months. Your work permit could be 6 months from the time you file.
Okay, our last one for right now is Madeline saying, I married my wife, American citizen, in September 2018 while on my H-2B visa. Visa expired October 2018. We filed for green card in November 2018. I have an EAD and advanced parole waiting to be scheduled for an interview. I want to visit my home country for 2 weeks in December. Will I be able to re-enter the U.S.?
If you have an advanced parole, absolutely.
Cool.
All right, Julie, we ready for next segment? It's okay. So anyway, I don't know if you saw Gabrielle Union. She got fired from America's Got Talent.
I did. It's been all over the news.
And it's reported that the reported reason why she was fired really drew our ire here at Bradshaw Live.
Mm-hmm.
She was reportedly subject to racist criticism about her appearance, specifically that her hair was too black. Now, Gabrielle, after fired off a tweet that said, so many tears, so much gratitude for her fans' constant support.
Yeah.
And by the way, she does not have, she has straight hair.
Well, it depends.
Right?
Well, this is the beauty about being a black woman. You can
Right,
change,
but
let me finish. So this is the beauty about being a black woman. It's not always straight. Sometimes she wears it curly. Sometimes she wears it kinky. Sometimes she braids it.
That's
so
right.
that's what it's not just being straight.
No, I'm just saying. But when I've seen her, I've never noticed.
No, she changes her hair
but
all
that's
the
fine.
time.
Now, according to Esquire, and that's fine too.
Absolutely.
Right. Now, according
as long as it's clean and kept.
Yeah,
like you're on
she
TV.
doesn't look like a homeless
woman. She's gorgeous.
Woman.
Yeah.
Right. Now, according to Esquire magazine, Union received racist criticism about her hair, with show producers complaining 6 times that her hairstyles were, quote, too black for America's Got Talent audience. So NBC is now launching an investigation into what happened. Gabrielle tweeted, we had a lengthy 5-hour and what I thought to be a productive meeting yesterday. I was able to again express my unfiltered truth. I led with transparency and my desire and hope for real change.
Yeah. I also think that it had a lot to do with her just being a woman and an outspoken woman as well.
Absolutely.
So because there are times that she felt that, or the producers didn't like the fact that she was so accepting to, the LGBTQ, community, because her stepson, Dwayne Wade's son, is a gay child, 12 years old. So she would ask like simple questions, like when they're drag queens on the stage, she would be like, "Do you like to be acknowledged as him, her, she?"
Really?
And the producers didn't like that.
You see, I've never watched the show once in my entire life.
I've seen it. I haven't seen it while she was on, but like I've seen the show, so I get it. The audience is definitely majority white. So like when you have something like that, or like American Idol, the people are very cruel. So producers kind of go with that too.
So Lin-Manuel Miranda, Ariana Grande, Deborah Messing, Ellen Pompeo, Jamila Jamil, Yara Shahidi, Patricia Arquette, they have all so far voiced support for union after being fired. Deborah Messing, who was from Will and Grace, 51 years old, tweeted on Thanksgiving Day, "This is disgusting behavior from a network that has been my professional home for decades. Yes, women become difficult when their insistence on a respectful and professional working environment is ignored." Ellen Pompeo tweeted, "This is a teaching moment. It's important. White girls, I'm talking to you. Whether you truly understand what racial injustice is or not, that you stand with your sisters on the front lines.
Yes.
Don't cut side deals and do not get involved because it isn't your issue, because it is." And that was a very, very, very powerful tweet. So we had, over the summer, explored a bit more about black girls and women and their hair in society and in professional environments with author Sulma Arzu Brown, who, if you remember, wrote 2 books, Bad Hair Does Not Exist and My Hair Comes With Me.
Yes.
And we thought it would be very appropriate to show this interview again because it is so timely. Let's watch. Sulma V. Arzu Brown is an Afro-Latina mother of 2 daughters and the author of the bilingual children's book series, Solidarity. Her first book, Bad Hair Does Not Exist, and her new book, My Hair Comes With Me, focuses on young girls and women embracing their natural hair. Sulma is a Garifuna, a woman born in Honduras and the director of operations at the New York City Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Sulma, thank you for joining me today. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing excellent.
I see you're wearing LeBronx.
All the way, the original Wakanda, baby.
So, Sulma, what prompted you to write a bilingual children's book in English and Spanish about bad hair, or pelo malo?
Bad hair doesn't mean anything to me because it doesn't exist.
Well, it exists for me. I've got bad hair. But other than that,
I never set out to become an author. It was never my dream. But you don't know how you can overcome challenges until you're prompted to do so. My then 3-year-old daughter, she's now 8, would go to a daycare with a phenomenal caregiver. She would do my daughter's hair. I was super grateful. I wore many different hats. And, sometimes I just didn't have the time. And one time when I went to pick my daughter up, my daughter had taken her barrettes out and her hair was tousled. And when I entered the premises, my caregiver said, "Sulma, tienes que alisarle el pelo a esta niña porque es pelo malo," which means, Sulma, you have to chemically straighten your daughter's hair because it's bad hair.
Right.
And I've heard this term before and I never really stood up for it ever. Right. But now it's so personal.
And this came from another Latina woman.
Yeah. And I had to be very careful because my daughter was there and all of these little eyes are looking at me.
What kind of effect do you think that has on not only your daughter, but other little children who think their hair is bad because it's not straight?
Exactly. And that's exactly why I responded to her in the way that it could, because I remember, being a little kid and my feelings will get hurt because adults will say these things and we didn't really know how to respond to them. So I asked her, "Listen, let's work as equal partners. Let me find you some material so that we can raise the self-esteem of not just my daughter, but all the children under your care, because, we don't know what else is being said when we're not around." I looked and searched for books that I can come and read to the children and work on this, but nothing said exactly what I wanted to say.
How do you explain to her, your hair's beautiful, darling?
I actually explained it to them the same way I explained it to the babysitter. I gave them proper terminologies for hair, and I told them these are the proper terminologies and the tools you would need to educate whatever adults or any child that's faced with this. With the caregiver, we had a phenomenal exchange. She explained to me that she herself was an Afro-Latina from Puerto Rico, and her dad was also an Afro-Latino, but every time her dad would comb his hair, he would always say, ay, pelo malo, pelo malo, pelo malo. So it was a colloquial term. It was a term frequently used. And what I told her was, this will stop with you and I.
Did you get that when you were a kid?
See, I was raised in a Garifuna village in Honduras. So the way we bonded with each other and
Was
our
different.
community and our neighbors was the hair.
Right. Where do these messages come from?
When I moved to the States was the first time I started hearing this. I would visit the salons. My mom chemically straightened my hair at the age of 12. And I don't know why I didn't ask for it. When I would go and do my touch-ups at the salon, that's when I would hear the hairstylist say, oh my goodness, ya está el pelo malo, ya está el pelo malo, which means the bad hair is growing in. But that's where I frequently heard it.
You think it's a cultural thing? People are trying to look more European, is it?
It's definitely a cultural thing. In my neighborhood, for example, the majority of the salons were owned by women from the Dominican Republic. And from what I understand, their history with colorism and their history with the Haitian community, over 90% of them do not identify as Afro-Latinas. So it entered my world, but it didn't become personal until it was used to describe my daughter.
So I guess after you went to look for a book to come read to the nursery school and you couldn't find any, you said, I'm going to write my own book, right?
I call it an ordained body of work. I felt my spirit person just saying, pick up that pen and you have a pad in your briefcase and start writing. And it took me less than 5 minutes to write the book.
Explain to me how the book is. Is it English on one side and Spanish on the other?
The original books came out in English first and then in Spanish, 2 separate books. We were able to fit both languages. Pelo malo no existe, bad hair does not exist, on the same pages. We used a lot of affirmations. We want to make sure that people knew pelo malo no existe, pelo malo no existe. It almost sounds like a song.
What are we looking at in the book? Is it a story of a little girl?
What we wanted to do was focus in on our community through our own eyes. So when you open the book, you'll see a beautiful depictions of our community and the exchange that they have. For example, one of the pages is, my hair is white, my hair is black. There are all kinds of hair and all hair is good. The white hair is actually a grandmother with white hair.
Right.
And then the daughter has black hair. And what you see is a beautiful depiction of grandma passing on a cupcake recipe to the grandchild. Another little girl with wavy hair and straight hair and beautiful like ballerina costumes. You'll see a superwoman in wavy hair. Right. So it's just depiction of positive images, and based on the images we tell you what kind of hair they have so that you never have to use bad hair to describe any of these hair types.
Tell us a little bit about the history of the Garifuna.
We are actually hailed from the island of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So yes, African slave ships landed in the island of St. Vincent, and then you already had the Black Caribs in there, and then you also had the Arawak Indians already there. So what happens when you put all this pool of people together, shake it up, you get a brand new breed of people.
Right.
And that's when Garifuna people came in. We were the last island in the Caribbean to get colonized by the British. They got us during the Second Carib War when they killed our chief, Joseph Chatouillier. So about 5,000 of my people waved the white flag, and we were put in an island called Balisu. It exists to this day, and only reptiles can survive on this island. So half of my population perished. I mean, we know the amount of men, women, and children because of the archives the British kept. The goal was genocide for us, but they couldn't kill us all. And what they did was separate us into 11 convoy ships off to slavery. That was the goal. By divine intervention, we ended up on an island called Roatan, which is now a part of Honduras. We were able to come into Honduras, and the Spanish that were there at that point allowed us to stay in on the coastline of Honduras without enslaving us, and we were able to grow our population, maintain our language, and eventually our people ended up moving to Nicaragua and Belize.
What century did this all happen? Was this the 18th century, 17th century?
It was in March 11, 1797, and we ended up in Honduras on April 12, 1797. So we're now in Honduras, Guatemala, Belize, and Nicaragua. Our brothers and sisters from Belize are not Spanish because Belize is the only English colonized country in Central America.
But you share the same. But you're sharing the same DNA with them anyway.
the exact same DNA.
Right.
And then through Marines, we ended up in the United States. Here in the Bronx, we have an estimated 250,000 Garifunas. As a matter of fact, the first Black play in the Americas was called The Drama of King Shotsaway by a man named Henry Brown. King Shotsaway was the chief of the Garifuna.
That was in New York, that play?
Was in New York,
Right.
the North Grove Theater in Harlem.
Tell me a little bit about your immigration story.
My parents literally came here for a better opportunity. My mom used to work in a bank in Honduras, and she was trying to apply for a higher position. And her boss, who was also her friend, said, Blanca, we cannot give you the position. We know you're qualified. We can't give you the position because you're a Garifuna, because you are Black, and because you are a woman. I will connect with family in the States and have you go there. But when you go, leave your kids here so that you can go and learn the language and get a job and then bring your kids. Whew, I get emotional when I tell this story, right? Because it's really difficult.
Sure.
The sacrifice I can't even make with my own kids right now. But she made it.
How long were you separated from your mom?
I was 1. Barely any recollection of my mom. My grandma pretty much raised my
How old were you when you got here?
I was 6 years old. They became extremely successful, put both their kids through college, became homeowners, and retired and became entrepreneurs. They're incredible individuals.
Do you have recollections of growing up in Honduras?
I have a few recollections of growing up in Honduras, mainly just helping my grandma in like the first supermarket that our village ever had. That was my grandma. My dad only stayed in Honduras maybe like a few more months, and then he followed my mom over. But he never once came to visit us while we were there because he expressed that he couldn't deal with that separation a second time.
Right.
You know, so he waited for us.
Tell us what it's like to go back to Honduras now. We know there's lots of people who are trying to escape violence in Honduras. Trump is putting them literally in jails. Your area in Honduras where the Garifunas are, is that different than other parts of Honduras?
My village is considered one of the safest villages in Honduras, reported pretty much 0 crimes for a couple of years. One of my uncles is the mayor of the village. It's beautiful. I've never felt like I was in any form of danger. Again, it's who you're with and where you go. As a matter of fact, my children will be there exploring the culture. But I am well aware of the immigration crisis that's happening. It's a third world country. People are poor. They just need another opportunity. You know, unfortunately, the opportunities are happening at a time when we have the leader not being representative of what we call humanity.
Have you ever had issues with your hair in the workforce?
I've never had any issues or anyone say anything bad about my hair, with the exception of when I did have it chemically straightened. I actually cut off all my chemically straightened hair because there were times that I had to go to the beauty salon 2 times a week, and I was just done. I was tired. I wanted to submerge my head in the pool and swim and have fun with my kids and not have to worry about going to the salon trying to put rollers and get under a hot dryer in the heat. I closed my eyes through the majority of the cut, and once I opened it, it was like the 2 or 3-year-old Sulma embracing the adult Sulma and saying, we're finally back together again. My older daughter, something I never forget, she took a sigh of relief. She goes, we finally look alike. Those were her words.
Oh, that's amazing.
And I got the most compliments I've ever gotten in my life because people could finally see my face.
What do you say to adults who were, I guess, like you at some point, to say, listen, your hair's beautiful the way it is?
Number 1, find out where this came from. Like, what part of you decided that you were not beautiful just the way you were made? We're going to live our lives with all of these media messages coming at us, at challenging our form of beauty. At least once in your life, give yourself that opportunity to see who you are from hair to toe in the most natural, most beautiful face. Ever since I went natural, or decided to, to be a part of the Back to You revolution that I like to call it, I've been extremely successful. Yes, I am the Director of Operations for the New York City Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. I sit in the Mayor's Commission on Women and Girls. I'm part of the board of the Women's March Alliance. And I am a homeowner in the Bronx. And I'm also the co-owner and investor of the first woman-owned boutique coffee shop called the Boogie Down Grind that my community has made. My daughter's grades are incredible. I could tell the difference between when I wrote the book and how their confidence rose after I wrote the book.
Beauty comes from confidence.
Absolutely.
In addition to everything that you're doing, you just came out with a new book, My Hair Comes With Me. What's in that book?
This is about shifting the paradigm of what success should look like. I make sure that I'm inclusive to my brothers and sisters in the LGBTQ community, in the faith-based community, from the disabled community. So you'll see a lot of that. But we're also tackling professions such as marketing executives,
Right.
CEOs, and making sure that people understand that our looks doesn't matter. So long as we're able to do the job, to encourage each and every one of us that you can come as you are. The New York City Commission on Human Rights just created some guidelines to help companies not discriminate against hair, because oftentimes even dreadlocks were foreseen as not well groomed, or an afro is not well groomed.
The state of New York and California both passed legislation making it illegal this year to discriminate against hair, particularly natural hairstyles in school, work, public places.
This is a great first step for us, but this is now an opportunity for our communities to really come together and make sure we stop this once and for all. I've heard a lot of women in the workforce, not knowing how to wear their hair, even for interviews, for example. I and a whole lot of other women in this space and men in this space have a lot more work to do to make sure we really shift that mentality. But I'm telling you, this new book, My Hair Comes With Me, Shifting the Paradigm of What Success Looks Like, is going to go head on to make sure we spread the word about this discrimination that has to stop.
Where can we buy it? Where can we read it? Both the children's book, Bad Hair Does Not Exist, and your new book, My Hair Comes With Me.
You could definitely find it at nopelomalo.com. That is my website.
Tell us what the American dream means to you, and tell me if you think you've reached it.
For me, my American dream is really success, to be able to raise my kids in an environment that I feel safe, to be able to play a proactive role in my community and my environment in a positive way, which I believe I have. Be able to express, my love for God and my love for Christ without having to be criticized or judged for it, and to be able to have friends from all different walks of life help me in this journey.
Excellent. Sulma V. Arzu Brown, author of Bad Hair Does Not Exist, in her new book, My Hair Comes With Me. Thank you very much for joining us. Wonderful personality, great smile, beautiful hair. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much, Brad. All right, bye.
All right, Maestro. We're going to put, how much time are we putting on the clock?
A minute 20.
A minute 20 on the clock, Maestro.
This is, have we done 15 and a minute? We usually do a minute 30.
A minute 20. Yonathan said he drank a lot of coffee.
What are you about to say, whiskey?
I said, no, whiskey, coffee.
It sounded like you were to say Yonathan drank a lot of coffee.
Well, I did see you with a big bottle of Doers earlier, but I assume you were saving it for later.
Yeah.
Right? And then you went to Starbucks. I don't know what was in that Starbucks.
Yeah.
I don't know if you spiked your Bradshaw Live cup or not today.
Listen.
I don't know, Yonathan. What's going in? It seems to be you have a straw that is not clear. We don't know what the
It's a green straw, so
we
you
don't know
won't
what
know.
drink is going through that straw.
That's for me to know and y'all to find
either
out.
has drank a lot of coffee or a lot of whiskey. We're
There
not
you go.
sure.
We're gonna find out.
Either one, he feels he can do. 15 questions.
Let's try it.
In a minute 20.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Abigail says, how soon after getting receipt notice of VAWA do you get the biometrics appointment letter?
A few weeks.
Tammy says, can a co-sponsor help if they owe taxes?
No.
Ayush saying, what will the next step be if USCIS has not made a decision on your naturalization application past 120 days?
You file a mandamus or wait.
Alibu says, what documents do I submit to adjust my 9-year-old son's status?
I don't know who's sponsoring there.
ID saying, do I have to wait for the I-130 or to be approved before the I-485 approve?
Yes.
Isak saying, can my mother, who's a green card holder, petition my brother while here in the U.S. as a tourist?
Yes. No, it has to be a citizen.
Dan says, how many brothers and sisters can one file for with the I-130?
As many as they want, one per I-130.
Tanya says, can you use the ITN to fill out the W-4 for a job?
Yeah, but you won't get it.
Michael saying U.S. citizen receiving Medicaid can sponsor for a spouse outside the U.S.
No, because you're receiving Medicaid.
Ali Boo saying same thing. Iken said, does the tax return go in with the I-130?
I don't know what I-130.
Dan says, can you file an EB-2?
Yeah, why not?
Kevin says, can an immigrant with a pending green card fly to another state?
Yes.
Ramon says, how long? We definitely would have got it with a minute 30. We had 3 more. We would have got it with a minute 30.
Yeah, was that Ali Boo? Tell me everything that needs to be filed with an adjustment.
Damn.
The open-ended question during the speed
Right.
round is always the killer.
Right. Oh.
Yes. We had to clean up the studio for a second.
That was
Now
real
we're
fast.
Okay, yes.
Flash came in.
Yes. Maestro, he's very fast cleaner up.
Yes. All right.
What's the last 3?
Let's see. Ramon said, how long does it take to get a work permit and parole?
From what? How long does it take from what? From the time you file an adjustment application, if you do everything properly?
Yeah.
6 months.
All right. Antoinette saying, if you have a 2-year green card, do you have to go through a second interview to remove the condition?
Most likely.
And last is, what is the new increased fee for the I-130, and when does it take effect?
I don't remember, but it takes effect in a few weeks, which I also don't remember the exact date.
There we go.
But never, ever, 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 ever ask Uncle Brad what the filing fee is.
Yeah.
Uncle Brad, to this day, looks up filing fees every day and how many
Just
have I
like
filed.
y'all can.
It's like I have a memory block on filing fees.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right. Comments of the day.
All right, everybody. Our first comment of the day comes from Jessica Leamy. Joelle Reed saying, when I get that ding in my ears, I drop everything and head straight for my phone and start sharing.
That's right.
Because the best live show ever was about to begin.
Thank you,
Nice.
Jessica Leamy.
This is why you guys have to click that little bell notification.
That is right.
All right, our second comment of the day comes from Facebook. K-Stage's Fawn saying, Uncle Brad and his team deserves an award for this great work.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Here we did get an
We did
award.
one. Yeah.
Here, it's
Oh,
right
oh,
here. Nobody can see it.
Right.
Wait,
But,
maybe
look, we see it every day.
maybe against my shirt. No, you still can't see it. But
Oh,
trust
probably
me,
against mine. Let me see.
It says
Let me see.
Model D Award, Best Web Series, Bradshaw Live. But what's really
Let's see if
impressive
they can see it with mine.
what's really impressive about that, Yo-Yo, is the people we beat.
Yes, this is
All
true.
right, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills,
Mm-hmm.
left them in the dust.
Mm-hmm.
World Wrestling Entertainment, left them in the dust.
No chance.
No chance. Who else? E Entertainment, left them in the dust.
Who's that?
Nickelodeon, left them in the dust. Bradshaw Live.
The winner.
Right, and their stamps are what, like 20 times?
Right.
Ours.
It's all good.
It's all good.
All right, our third comment of the day comes from Suzanne Johnson saying, driving to work but still have to be listening. Wow, I'm hooked.
All right.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Fourth one comes from Fox Racing. He's been commented a lot.
Yes, I saw.
Moshe the Bulldozer needs to be sponsored by Caterpillar Bulldozers.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think.
Want to be his manager?
I don't think Caterpillar wants to sponsor. We would be suing Caterpillar.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
All right. Fifth one comes from Linda Shaw saying, "Do you know why Uncle Brad is the #1 lawyer? Because they are a jack of all trades. It's a one-stop shop where you can get everything done."
All right. I thought you was going to ask me why. I'm like, I don't know why. Right.
Yeah, you can get everything done.
That's one of the reasons.
Including
one of many reasons.
Including marriage counseling.
Correct.
Too. All right, and our last comment of the day for the week.
Yes.
Right? I like this a lot, and I want to say, Brad, this is why this show is so important, because we represent so many people, and this is about Sulma. This is Terry Slimas saying, I'm wearing my beautiful afro right now. No chemical processing in my hair except to the color to it. I tell people all the time, it's not a bad thing to have hair. There's no thing as bad hair.
Bravo.
And that is. There's no thing.
Bravo.
Yes, no thing as bad hair.
Bravo. All right, everybody. We're taking a 3-day weekend.
Yes, we are.
We will see you Monday. Enjoy. Be well. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything around here. It's bad enough I've got to remember everything that happened on the episode from the previous day.
Forget it. I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And now, conveniently located in Hartford, Connecticut on 1 Congress Street. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAWLINK. 1-800-529-5465. What are you doing?